My lovely students, welcome to Mathological. In this session, we'll be discussing a decision making set from XAT 2025. Start the session. And if you're not already subscribed to our channel, then subscribe to our channel. साथ में also join the Telegram channel Mathological, or you can message me on Telegram at ADITYAKT. So this decision making set is basically on an event management company. So this is the basic premise, and then we have 3 questions. So pause the video and solve it yourself first if you've not already solved it. पढ़ते हैं इसको. So Truecolor, an event management company in Eastern India, had been in a business of inviting Tollywood singers to a city called Tivanna. So that is a fictitious city. A city called Tivanna, and made money out of selling tickets of their concerts. The stars were paid a fixed fee regardless of the number of tickets sold. So they are paying a fixed fee to the stars. Okay. The company had a specialized team that negotiated the singers' fee with their managers. However, for selling the tickets of such events, they were reliant on an external media agency called ZDS. ZDS had a long standing relationship with Truecolor and had been instrumental in achieving a target of 50,000 tickets for each of the flagship events. So they are achieving a target of 50,000 tickets for each of the flagship events. And the model is a fixed fee model. And they are paying a fixed fee. So if they are paying a fixed fee to the star, so definitely their profit, their revenue depends on the volume. See, higher the volume of ticket sales, higher will be their profits. Mr. Sukanta Rao joined Truecolor as an in-house sales and marketing manager. A position exclusively created for him. Yani ki this position was not there already. Mr. Sukanta Rao has joined Truecolor, and this position has been created in-house sales and marketing manager. The CEO, Mr. Adil Banerjee, had assigned task of increasing the sales of tickets to 1 lakh. Earlier sales is roughly around 50,000, but now Adil wants the sales to increase to 1 lakh, and for that he has appointed a sales and marketing manager. In Sukanta's earlier stint, he had seen that similar cities sell more than 75,000 tickets for such events. He felt that over time reaching 1 lakh was plausible for Truecolor. So that is our basic premise. Ki 1 lakh is plausible. This is possible. Definitely achievable target is there. 1 lakh is an achievable target as per Sukanta Rao. Because he has seen that 75,000 tickets sales are there for similar cities for similar events. So this is our basic premise. अब फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. तो बेसिकली यहाँ पे क्या हुआ, देखो अल्टीमेटली इनिशियली देयर वाज अ डायमेंशन. इनिशियली ऑल द इवेंट was being managed, sales was being managed by ZDS firm, isn't it so? But now Adil has appointed Mr. Sukanta Rao to manage the sales because he wants aggressive growth and complete reliance on an external team. So first question, Sukanta felt that the aspirational target can be achieved only if ZDS is replaced. However, he is not sure if he should make any major changes in this first year. Which of the following reasons will best help Sukanta not to start making major changes immediately? So Sukanta is feeling that aspirational target can be achieved only and only if ZDS is replaced. So that is what he thinks for the aspirational target. However, he is not sure if he should make any major changes in the first year. So which of the following reasons will best help Sukanta not to make any major changes immediately? तो कौन सा ऐसा रीजन होगा जो कि जस्टिफाई करेगा so that Sukanta should not make any changes immediately? Option A, for around a decade, ticket sales have consistently hovered at 50,000. So this is stating a fact. Because ये तो हमारा बेसिक प्रीमाइस में मेंशन था कि for a decade, ticket sales have consistently hovered at 50,000. But the point is, that is the whole point कि sales manager has been appointed by the CEO to increase these sales to 1 lakh. Isn't it so? तो अगर ticket sales are hovering at around 50,000 and that is being mentioned as option A, so is this a justification or is this rather justifying that he should start making changes? Isn't it so? So this fact is in fact asking for changes immediately, or rather not justifying to not make any major changes immediately. So option A should be eliminated right away. Option B, Sukanta needs more time to learn about the dynamics of the Eastern market. So he's new to the company, so he needs more time to learn about the dynamics of the Eastern market. Makes sense? Because first he should understand the market dynamics and then only he should start making changes. So B is giving a rationale to not make any major change immediately. Option C, ZDS has managed Truecolor's marketing for the last 5 years. Again a fact that for last 5 years ZDS has been managing Truecolor's marketing. ठीक है, but so what if it has been managing for last 5 years? क्या ये हमें रैशनल दे रहा है कि अब चेंज इनको नहीं करना चाहिए? इसके लिए तो इनफ रैशनल नहीं है, बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली सुकांता हैज बीन अपॉइंटेड to increase the sales, isn't it so? So that is why he has been appointed. So definitely this is not giving any rationale to not make any changes. Option D, the owner of ZDS are respected citizens of Tivanna. Respected citizens of Tivanna. So what? Isn't this irrelevant for our given statement? Even if they are respected citizens, that does not mean they are effective. That does not mean that sales cannot be increased without them. So definitely, option D is completely irrelevant for our given context. Option E, Truecolor recruited Sukanta specifically to increase ticket sales by whatever means necessary. So Sukanta has been recruited specifically to increase ticket sales by whatever means necessary. So that also implies that he must start making changes. So again, talking about change, and hence E must also be eliminated. E भी eliminate हो गया, D तो irrelevant है, तो must be eliminated. Option C, ZDS has managed Truecolor's marketing for the last 5 years. This is a fact. This is about history. But Sukanta has been appointed to make changes to increase the sales. So definitely between B and C, B is giving a rationale to not make changes, not C. C is only stating a fact. So B should be chosen. B is the perfect answer. Perfect answer for this question, or giving the reasoning rationale to Sukanta to not start making any major changes immediately. Next question पे चलते हैं. Question number 2. Just 2 weeks before the flagship event, Adil received a few emails from competing media agencies that accused Sirius of selling phony tickets, phony and dummy tickets, in the black market. When Adil inquired with the security agency in charge of gatekeeping these events, they told him that they had no mechanism to check the authenticity of tickets. Which of the following options will best help Adil to ignore the accusations from the competing media agencies and maintain status quo? इस बार हमें क्या करना है कि आदिल has received a few emails from competing media agencies. So these are not anonymous emails. These emails are from competing media agencies, media agencies of ZDS. So just 2 weeks before the flagship event, and these media agencies are accusing ZDS of selling phony tickets in the black market. When Adil inquired with the security agency in charge, they told him that they had no mechanism. So which of the following options will best help Adil to ignore the accusations? हमें क्या करना है? Adil has to ignore these accusations, but which of the following options will give him a rationale, a justification to ignore from the competing media agencies and maintain status quo? Option A is saying in Tivanna, the competing media agencies keep defaming each other out of fierce competition. This is clearly giving a justification that competing agencies are keep defaming each other out of fierce competition. There is fierce competition, hence media agencies are defaming each other. So this is giving a perfect justification that why he must have received those emails, and this creates a question on authenticity of those emails, whether they are what they are stating, whether that is true or not. So definitely option A is going in that direction. तो इसको होल्ड पे रखते हैं. Option B, some attendees admitted to paying cash to gatekeepers to get in. Some of the attendees admitted to paying cash. So this is creating a question instead and asking for investigation. That कुछ तो झोल है भाई. ठीक है, तो this is asking for investigation and definitely not saying to ignore the accusations. तो opposite जा रहा है. Option B is not the answer, because हमें चाहिए वो rationale, वो justification जो कि आदिल को इग्नोर करने पे मजबूर करे accusations को. Isn't it so? Option B is in fact saying कि कुछ तो दम है accusations में, so he must go for more information or for investigation. Option C, ZDS promises a particular threshold of ticket sales as decided by Truecolor. Again irrelevant. फैक्ट है, फैक्ट स्टेट किया है, बट इग्नोर क्यों करना है इसकी वजह से? बिकॉज दे आर promising a particular threshold, so why should the accusations be ignored? Still the accusations might be right. Option D, ZDS is the largest media agency in Tivanna. Largest may be, but largest do not mean that they are ethical and honest. So this is not really about justifying the giving the justification to ignore the accusations. So option D is also wrong. Option E, Tivanna being a small city, a few prominent personalities have to be allowed in without tickets. So that is fine. But the question is stating about phony tickets, selling phony tickets in black markets. So this is again irrelevant. Option E is also not right. So definitely the answer will be option A, that in Tivanna, the competing media agencies keep defaming each other out of fierce competition, and hence others should ignore it because they might have just sent the email to defame and no particular authenticity in that. Okay, last question of this set. The following year, Sukanta discussed with Adil that unless they got into the ticket selling process, they might not be able to improve the ticket numbers. So ticket selling process पे तो जाना पड़ेगा. However, this would mean moving away from ZDS, and the transition could cause short-term pains. Moving away from ZDS and the transition could cause short-term pains. Since Truecolor would be entering into uncharted territory, that they have not been into earlier. Further, Sukanta added that Truecolor would achieve self-sufficiency over a couple of years. It will take some years, a time. Adil was concerned about the risk of taking over an activity that the organization was not competent at, but understood Sukanta's point. In the interest of building long-term competencies, he authorized Sukanta to take it forward. Sukanta did not renew GDS contract in the following year. Instead, he recruited a skeletal team of 3 freshers from a premium business school as his support staff. As the event approached, the team dedicated themselves to executing their plan. However, by the time the ticket sales window crossed, they managed to sell only 40,000 tickets. So earlier, they were roughly selling 50,000 tickets, but this time they managed to sell only 40,000 tickets. This shift in strategy provoked considerable dissent within the company, challenging Sukanta's decision. Disturbed by the situation, witnessing the internal turmoil, Adil must now navigate the company's immediate reaction. So which of the following should now be Adil's best course of action? Adil's best course of action forward क्या होना चाहिए? ठीक है? And this passage is very important to answer that, because passage is stating that Sukanta already mentioned to him that to improve the ticket numbers, they need to move away from ZDS. But that will also, this transition will also cause a short-term pain, because they are moving into a territory that is uncharted for them. And definitely, they will achieve self-sufficiency over a couple of years, not immediately, but over some time. तो शॉर्ट टर्म पेन रहेंगे, वो बात तो मेंशनड है. अब ऑप्शंस पे चलते हैं. ऑप्शन ए, ही शुड थ्रेटन सुकांता दैट इफ सेल्स डू नॉट इंप्रूव बाय नेक्स्ट ईयर, ही एंड हिज टीम विल बी फायर्ड. होल्ड पे रखते हैं फिलहाल तो. ऑप्शन बी, ही शुड एंगेज अ डिफरेंट मीडिया एजेंसी विच इज वर्किंग फॉर Truecolor's मेन कॉम्पिटिटर. ऑप्शन सी, ही शुड डिसमिस सुकांता's टीम एंड लेट द अर्लियर मीडिया एजेंसी टेक ओवर. यानी कि पूरा का पूरा प्लान फेल हो गया. गो बैक टू पवेलियन, गो बैक टू स्क्वायर वन. तो क्या ऑप्शन सी करना चाहिए? Because earlier the sales were roughly 50,000 and now the sales are at 40,000, but they've just started. Isn't it so? And Sukanta already mentioned that there will be short-term pains and it will take some time. It will take some time. So he should be given some time. Definitely. ऐसा नहीं है कि sales हुए ही नहीं है. So 40,000 sales is not that bad considering 50,000 was the earlier since last few years. ठीक है, तो he should engage, he should dismiss. Dismissing Sukanta will be extreme step. So option C will be eliminated. Option D, he should wait and watch as the investment in Sukanta may need more time to be a result. Wait and watch. Because as has been told that there will be short-term pains and they will achieve sufficiency over a couple of years. So wait and watch is also a good option. Option E, he should make Sukanta and his team to go back to ZDS immediately. Yani ki back to square one again. Instead of doing anything else, go back to ZDS. Okay. So option A and option C and option E. Both of these, option C, dismissing Sukanta's team, option E, going back to ZDS. Both of these are reactionary. है कि नहीं? Reactionary है. क्या ये actions लेने चाहिए? Are these the best course of action? Definitely not. So option C and E both are eliminated. Option A is saying he should threaten Sukanta that if sales do not improve by the next year, he and his team will be fired. Now this is threatening. Adil is leader of the team, and a leader should be supporting his team, especially if they are moving in that direction that he wanted them to move into, and he has already been informed of the short-term pains that there will be some downhill ticket selling for some period of time, and then only they will be reaching self-sufficiency. So that will be there. So that was already informed. So threatening is not the right option. This he should not be choosing. Option A is also incorrect in that regard. And option B, he should engage a different media agency which is working for Truecolor's main competitor. This is highly risky and uncertain. पहली चीज तो needed ही नहीं है, ठीक है. Otherwise also कि even if they are engaging a media agency, ZDS is a better option because they are already comfortable with them. So this is definitely uncertain and highly risky and may cause some other issues, some other unknown issues. Confidential issue हो सकता है, बहुत सारे other factors हो सकते हैं. तो between option B and E, definitely B तो वर्ज ऑप्शन है कि कंपटीटर की एजेंसी को चूज कर लिया. तो बेस्ट ऑप्शन कौन सा है अपना? ऑप्शन डी, he should wait and watch as the investment in Sukanta may need more time to be a result. He should give Sukanta more time as he already said to him that it will take some time and self-sufficiency will be taking couple of years definitely. So option D should be chosen as the best course of action by Adil. क्या अप्रिशिएट कर पा रहे हो? क्लियर है? ठीक है. सो दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर सेट. एंड दैट्स ऑल फॉर दिस सेशन. आई बिलीव कि जो भी बातें हमने डिस्कस की, जो भी क्वेश्चन में हमने नुएंसेस डिस्कस किए, वो सारे क्लियर हुए होंगे. इफ देयर इज एनी डाउट व्हाटसोएवर, मेक श्योर टू कमेंट विद दैट डाउट एंड आल्सो गिव अ फीडबैक इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. अगर सेशन पसंद आया तो मेक श्योर टू हिट द लाइक बटन एज वेल. दैट्स ऑल फॉर दिस सेशन. बाय बाय, टेक केयर एंड कीप लर्निंग.